My topic is capacitor. This is the chapter number 2, electrostatic potential and capacitance. This is the name of chapter and my topic is capacitor. So first in this topic, what we'll define? We'll define what is a capacitor. Second thing, how it works. What is the principle of capacitor? Next one is what is a parallel plate capacitor? Then third one is parallel plate capacitor with air as a medium or vacuum. And next one is with dielectric. Then next one is dielectric slab as a medium. Okay. So first we will start with the capacitor. What do you mean by capacitor? What is a capacitor? What do you mean by capacitor? Capacitor. How do you define capacitor? What do you mean by capacitor? Basically, capacitor is nothing but it is an arrangement which is used to store an electric charge. Capacitor is nothing but it is an arrangement which is used to store the electrical charge. Okay. In this case, how do you store the electrical charge? The electrical charge can be stored on a conductor. The conductor may be any shape. If you take any shape conductor, that can store the charge and that is defined as capacitor. Okay. So the conductor can be any shape. So first, suppose I have taken this plates, metallic plates. Does it store the charge? Yes. This metal plates can store the charge. If I apply charge to the plate, then this can store the charge. Okay. Then what is the need to store the charge? In some electrical circuits, we require these charges. For example, in fans, we require charge. In AC, we require this condenser, this capacitors. Capacitor is also known as condenser, capacitor. Then in so many electrical circuits, this capacitor is required. I will show you the capacitor. This one is a capacitor. In this capacitor, there is a metal plates inside this. It is in the form of folded form. Its length is very large. If it can break, you can break it and you will find there is a metal plate. This metal plate will be in the folded form. Its length is very large and there are two plates. You can see these 2 points. One plate is if you apply the potential, one plate is positive and the other plate is negative. Okay. This way, this is a capacitor. There are so many types of capacitor. Different types of capacitors are there. This one is next capacitor. I can show you this capacitor. This is the next type of capacitor. This one is nothing but this is a parallel plate capacitor. This is nothing but a parallel plate capacitor. In this case, what I have done, I have placed 2 plates, metallic plates, parallel to each other. And this arrangement form parallel plate capacitor. In this case, you will find I can apply the potential. One plate will be positive, other plate will be negative. And then this can store the charge. I will explain you later on what is the principle of this parallel plate capacitor. Okay. Next thing, suppose I have taken 2 parallel plates. Then I have connected battery to this plate. For example, this plate will become positive. This plate will become positive. And the other plate, which is in the vicinity of the first plate, this side acquires negative charge. And on the other side acquires positive charge due to induction. Okay. Then what will happen? Already according to Gauss theorem, we have done this. What will happen? Due to this positive charge, we are getting positive potential. Due to this negative charge, we we are getting negative potential, and due to this plate again we are getting positive potential. Is it clear? Can I say the charge on this plate? Let's suppose Q be the charge on this plate. Let's suppose this Q be the charge on this plate. Then can I write this Q is directly proportional to V, applied potential V? Can I write? Yes, we can write. As the potential increases, charge on the plate or charge on this arrangement increases. Is it clear? Then, if I remove this proportionality constant, Q equals to C into V. Q equals to C into V. And from this, we can find out this C equals to Q by V. This C equals to Q by V. What is C here? This C is nothing but capacitance of a capacitor. This C is nothing but capacitance of a capacitor, and this C, it means the capacity of a conductor to store the charge. Capacitance, or you can say capacitance of a capacitor, means the capacity of a conductor to store the charge, and it is denoted by C. What is going to be the unit? This C equals to, the unit of charge is coulomb, C-O-U-L-M-B, coulomb, and next one, the unit of potential is volt, and this can be written as farad. This can be written as farad. So farad is the unit of this capacitance. Farad is the unit of capacitance. Is it clear? Now how do you represent the capacitance? How do you represent this capacitor? This capacitor can be represented by two parallel equal lines. I can show you from this sheet. This is the representation of capacitor. Two parallel equal lines represents capacitance. Okay. There are different types of capacitors. I will show you different types of capacitor. In this case, something is filled between these two plates. One is positive, other one is negative. And this one is also a symbol of capacitor. This is electrolytic capacitor. Next, I can show you different types of capacitors. There are so many types of capacitors and their symbols. You can see the different types of capacitors and the symbols. Yes, these are the different types of capacitors and their symbols, circuit symbols, and these are the capacitor. First is simple capacitor. Second one is capacitor polarized. Third one is variable capacitor. This arrow indicates variation. It means it is a variable. You can vary the capacitor by means of log. Log is there. This variable capacitor. This one is Schiemann capacitor. I can show you this diagram. These are the capacitor. This one is simple capacitor. This one is next one. This is third one, and this is the fourth one. These are the symbols of different types of capacitor. Example of this variable capacitor is simple example, regulator of fan. Regulator of fan has a variable capacitor. It can be made different ways. There are different, it is also variable resistance in some cases. In old times, this regulator is made up of resistance, and there are number of resistances. Nowadays we are getting a round shape, and this round shape means we are varying the capacitance in this case. Okay, so this one is a variable capacitor, this one is again variable capacitor. You can see the knob is also there. So by means of this knob, we can vary the capacitance. Next thing, how do you define 1 farad of capacitor? What is 1 farad of capacitor? How do you define 1 farad of capacitor? How do you define 1 farad of capacitor? So 1 farad of capacitor can be defined. We can write this Q equals to C into V, or this C equals to Q by V. C equals to Q by V. When we are getting C equals to 1 equals to Q by V, or we can write this Q equals to V. It means that it is the amount of charge which will raise the potential between the two plates of a capacitor by 1 volt. Then that capacitance will be 1 farad. So how do you define 1 farad of capacitance? 1 farad means it is amount of charge given to the plate so that the potential of the plate is raised by 1 volt. And that in that case the capacitance of capacitor becomes 1 volt. Is it clear? Okay. Next thing, what is 1 farad of capacitor? For example, how much is the 1 farad of capacitor? Is it a big quantity or is it a small unit? That can be, we can define by using a spherical capacitance of a spherical conductor. And if we find out the capacitance of a spherical conductor, from that it is very much clear that 1 farad of capacitor is a very large unit. So we can find out the capacitance of a spherical conductor. Is it clear? So how do we find out capacitance of a spherical conductor? We can find out this by using, let us consider a spherical shaped conductor which is positively charged. Let Q be the charge on this conductor. Let V be the potential of this charge. Let R be the radius. Then what is the potential of this sphere? The potential of this sphere is given by V equals to KQ by R. This is the general formula of potential. So this V equals to KQ by R. Is it clear? Now, what is the formula for C? Q equals to C into V, or C equals to Q by V. Put this value of V from equation 1 in equation 2. Put this value of V from equation 1 in equation 2. Now, what we are getting? This C equals to Q Q by R. Or this Q cancel out, and this will be equals to 1 upon, this is not the case, we'll deal with this next one. Okay, I am giving you this formula. Q equals to C into V, or C equals to, we are moving from this, KQ by R, or this value of K is, directly we are writing 9 into 10 to the power 9, okay, into Q upon R into C. Just this is the potential 9 into 10 to the power 9 V equals to 9 into 10 to the power 9 into Q upon R. Okay, put this value in equation number 2. Put this value of V in equation number 2. We will directly skip these two steps. Directly we write. We want C equals to 1 farad. So this C equals to, we can write this C equals to Q by V, or 1 farad we want 1 equals to Q by V. So V equals to Q. And how much is the V? This V will be KQ by R. So 1 farad unit means what should be the radius for 1 farad? The radius. This implies that the radius of the sphere, should be 9 into 10 to the power 9 meter. You can go through this calculation, Q by V, and we want C equals to 1 farad. Then in that case, we are finding that the radius of the sphere comes out to be 9 into 10 to the power 9 meter. Go through this calculation. C equals to Q by V. Put the value of V in this equation. K Q by R. So this R comes out to be, we can put this value in this equation. You can put this value. This Q upon K Q by R. This Q cancel out. This will be R by K. So this R equals to, from this we can find out. Here we can find out this R equals to K. Or we can say this radius equals to 9 into 10 to the power 9 meter. Because the value of K comes out to be 9 into 10 to the power 9 meter. This much of radius is required if you want the capacitance of capacitor should be 1 farad. That means 9 into 9 meter is very large unit. This much size of sphere to design, this much of radius of sphere is difficult. Hence, generally the capacitance is expressed in terms of microfarad, millifarad, microfarad, nanofarad and picofarad. So basically there are different units of capacitance. First one is microfarad. Microfarad means 10 to the power minus 6 farad. 1 nanofarad means 10 to the power minus 9 farad. And 1 picofarad means 10 to the power minus 12 farad. And 1 millifarad. If millifarad is given, this will be 10 to the power minus 3 farad. Generally, these units are given in numericals. Generally, the capacitors are expressed in terms of microfarad, picofarad and nanofarad. So, these are the units of a capacitor. Hence, we can say the capacitance of a capacitor can be expressed in terms of millifarad, microfarad, nanofarad and picofarad. Okay. Next one is principle of capacitor. What is the principle of capacitor? This can be explained by using this parallel plate capacitor. This can be explained by using this parallel plate capacitor. Okay, we have taken two parallel plates. Then this first plate is charged. This plate is charged with positive potential and the negative side is given to this plate. And then next, what we will get, we can explain the principle, how this capacitor functions. Okay. Now let us consider two plates. Let us consider two plates of area A. Is it clear? Then this plate is given potential, positive potential V. Second plate is placed in the field of first plate, and this plate is uncharged plate. This plate is uncharged plate. So this plate will become positive. This will also become positive. Then this plate, due to induction, this side of plate, second plate, becomes negative, and on the other side becomes positive. For this, we require the formula of capacitance. Q equals to C into V, or C equals to Q by V. That means this C is directly proportional to Q and C is inversely proportional to V. It means that if we want to increase the capacitance of a conductor, then what we have to do? We have to increase the charge on the plates and decrease the potential difference between the plates. This we have to do. Okay. On this plate, potential is positive. This side, this potential is negative V. This side, this potential is positive. Okay. This positive potential increases the potential of this plate, this system. Negative potential decreases the potential of this system. Is it clear? So what we have to do? The principle is, what we have to do? We have to decrease the potential. So how do we decrease the potential in this case? We apply potential on this plate. This is negative discharges on this side of this second plate. Positive charges on the other side of the second plate. This one is the first plate. This one is your first plate and this is your second plate. So how do you decrease the potential? What should be your process? How do you decrease this potential? What will you do? In this case, what we will do? We will ground this plate. If we ground this plate, then what will happen? This positive charge on the other side of the plate neutralized by the earth. Hence, the diagram becomes this plate is positively charged. This plate is negatively charged. And the charge on this side is neutralized by the earth. This one is positive, this is again positive, this is again positive, positive and positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This way we have decreased the potential. If potential decreases, capacitance increases. Next step, what will happen? This negative charge decreases the potential of this plate. So we are applying continuous battery to this plate. This battery will compensate the loss of charge or decrease of potential due to this second plate. Hence, the charge continuously increases on the plates charge continuously increases on the plates, that means we can say we are increasing the capacity. Okay, this way we are maintaining the constant increase of charge on the plate, and this is the basic principle of capacitor. Is it clear? We are taking first plate, positive potential is connected to this plate. Second plate, second uncharged plate is placed in the field of the first plate. Due to induction, this side of second plate becomes negative, other side becomes positive. This one is positively charged, so potential is positive. The potential due to negative charge will be negative. Potential due to positive charge on the second plate will be positive. This positive potential increases the potential of the system. Negative charge decreases the potential of the system. Our requirement is that potential should be decreased. So potential should be decreased. So what we'll do? We will ground this other side of second plate so that this positive charge neutralized by the earth. And new system, this one is a new system due to earthing, after earthing, we will get this type of pattern. And in this case, the negative potential due to this plate will continuously decrease the potential of this plate, and we are applying continuous potential. This continuous potential basically increase the potential, so it will maintain the constant potential between the plates, and charge of the plates goes on increasing. This is the basic principle of capacitor. Is it clear? Okay. Now next time I'll explain you parallel plate capacitor, derivation of capacitance of parallel plate capacitor.